Hey guys, James here from Skin Delta. Today we're looking at the best case investments for the last month, looking at the ROI, and let's get into it. Caveat, we are now setting a rule for this series that there must be at least 1,000 Steam listings at the time I grab the data at the end of the month. The reason for that is that for there to be 1,000 Steam listings, it's still really low supply. But it means you could actually invest in this at around this price. As we can see, Esports 2013 case is listed as the number one case for the last month. Problem is, there's only 58 Steam listings and there's even far fewer on all the marketplaces. So all collectively, there's probably only 150 on all markets combined. That means we can't really invest in it. It might be $121 for a case. And yes, you could invest in that. But relatively, it's just not enough if you wanted to invest. $121 might be a big investment for someone, but for someone else, it might be nothing. So for that reason, we're implementing the rule 1,000 Steam listings minimum. So getting started, the true number one case we're looking at for the month is the recall case. It has gone up 47.67%. It is an active drop case. It is currently Australian, 37 cents on CS Float. Great investment. I'm surprised we haven't had a case retire yet, but it's looking like we're leading up to a case being retired in the next couple of months at least. And there's speculation that, as I've said before, fracture case or recall case will get discontinued, and hence this is one of the reasons why we've seen a massive surge in the recall case, because it was somewhat undervalued compared to all the other active drops. 47.67%. We've spoken about this case in great detail, so we don't need to go over it heaps. Does this case have any more to grow? I think it does actually. I think it has a bit to go, especially if the recall case is the one to retire over the fracture case. What we're seeing is there's still a bit of a price discrepancy between float and the Steam marketplace for some of these cases, which means that there's still a bit more room for this to grow to be at that 15% below the market price. It would take a few cents. So I think it's still a good investment. Personally, I am heavily invested in the recoil, as I am also heavily invested in the fracture and Prisma cases, just to let you guys know. But yep, recall case, the true number one. All right, the true number two is the Operation Riptide case. This case is listed for $11.58 currently on CS Float, Australian. It has gone up 38.36%. It is a discontinued case, which means there is not many left. Currently, there's about 1,100 to 1,200 on the Steam marketplace, and obviously more littered around on the other sites. Definitely a good investment. It will never not be a good investment. It's discontinued. It is impossible to get any more. The supply is only diminishing. That makes it a great investment. Simply as that. Nice 40%, rounding up 40% return for the month. Great purchase. Discontinued, always a great purchase. What more is there to say? Now, number three does not count. It's the Esports 2013 winter case. Only has 514 listings. We're not counting it, but it had a 36% return. It's only $17.50 for a case, so it actually looks like a good investment anyway. So we'll just talk about it quickly. And at 514, you might be able to pick up enough cases around this price point. It's discontinued. Is literally the second case to come out in the game. I mean, is it worth investing? I kind of see these really old cases as more of like an ETF. You go for a very safe item. It's discontinued. It's really fucking old. And this one's relatively cheap, so it has a bit more room it could possibly go. Do your own research, look at the skins inside the case and if it's worth it for you. Because realistically, the price for these really old cases is determined by the skins in the case, not the knives, because they all have the same knives. But we'll leave that at that. The true number three case is the fracture case. Whoa! Was the case I said invest in correct? Yes, I am a magician. Fracture case. True number three, best case of the last month. It has a shit ton of listings, 256,000 on the Steam marketplace, 36% ROI over the last month. It's currently going for about 59.60 cents Australian on float. Once again, there's a bit of that gap between the case on other marketplaces and Steam, so it has a bit more room to grow. As I said with the recall case, one of these cases most likely is going to retire in the next couple of months, hopefully sooner than later, which means we'll see even more demand and it will be in the rare drop pool. Regardless, good investment. It has all the OG patterns on the knives, like the skeleton. Realistically, the skeleton's the only nice one. Case hard and all that type of stuff on those knives. It's got some alright skins. Do your own research if you want to invest in it, but I think that one with the recall are great active drop cases to invest in, just because of the likelihood of them retiring or going to the rare drop pool soon. Number four. Lo and behold, it's the third case I recommended, and the third case I am invested in. Prisma case. 35.65% ROI, round up 36%. Got 13,000 listings on the Steam marketplace. $1.64 on float. And there is a little bit of a gap with this case as well, with the price on float and on Steam. So when I say the gap, I mean more than 15% gap. So there's good buying value. Realistically, if you wanted to, buy the fucking case, sell it on the Steam marketplace, and you've made money if you want to buy a game, if you wait 7 days. And if the price doesn't change in that 7 days. Great investment. It has the Ruby Doppler, Talon knife, Ursus knife, stiletto knife. Great case to invest in. One of the reasons why in the last month it shot up more than the Prisma 2 case, more so because the Prisma case was actually undervalued compared to the Prisma 2 case. That's the reason why it's gone a little bit higher, but it also has just, I think, better skins, and there's better profits in the skins in this case compared to the Prisma 2 case. And as you can see, that you can get 5% profit off this case if you're unboxing, compared to the Prisma 2 where you can get 3%, which just backs that up. So this case is currently 5 Australian cents more than the Prisma 2 case. Both are great buys, both have great knives, and I think they will do amazing over time. And they're rare drops. Number 5 doesn't count. Operation Fang case is discontinued. It only has 774 listings as of the time I took the screenshot. 31% ROI. Once again, kind of speaking with the last case we didn't count. If you can get a bunch of these cases, because it's only $8.90 Australian, if you can get a bunch of this price, great investment. It's discontinued. Anything you can buy that's discontinued at a consistent price is great. It's just hard to buy a bulk of these cases. When I'm looking at investing, I'm looking at how much can I get this towards $1,000, $2,000 of cases invested personally. Some people might do $50 of cases. Well, then this is a good one for you. For me, I'm looking at a lot of cases, so a lot of market value going into this. So for me, not enough market value worth investing. True. Number 5 is the snakebite case. This is a rare drop. It's 53 cents. It has had 31% ROI in the last month. It has an unboxing profit of 6.47%. That is greater than everything in this list so far, other than the Esports 2013 winter case, which we touched on. 53 cents Australian a key. It's got 115,000 listings, as you can see. This is a good investment, purely because it's a rare drop. Obviously, it shares, I believe, and we're not looking at it right now, I believe it shares items with the Revolution case, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just not looking it up. I believe it shares those, but once that case goes, boom, great value. Regardless, this case is undervalued anyway. Good investment. I'm not invested in it. I don't like the skins. I don't like the gold drops either. That's why I'm not touching it, and that might be why it's a bit undervalued. But 116,000 current listings on the Steam marketplace, 53 cents Australian. It is the second cheapest case you can buy right now, and it is a rare drop. I'm not investing. It's too speculative, this case, for me. That's why I'm not touching it. But it has done amazingly well in the last month. And just for the hell of it, let's just look at the worst 2 cases of the last month. There's lots of good cases to invest in. And even though the prices have raised heaps and the prices might drop, there's lots of instability in the world thanks to the US economy and just the rest of the world going a bit crazy right now. Is it a good time to be invested in CS cases and items? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I could lose a lot of money and I could stand to make a lot of money. It's all a gamble. It's all investing. But let me know what you guys are investing in. What do you think's a good deal right now to get into? Like, sub, and yeah, let me know what you guys are investing in. Thanks. Bye.